Welcome guys, we're gonna play through the Rise of Frederick campaign. So I've already played through it once, but I didn't record it, I was just playtesting, so we're gonna play through it again.
Ich bin Friedrich, König in Preußen. Als ich die Thronfolge antrat, waren wir ein Kleinstaat. Respektiert, aber niemals gefürchtet. Meine erste Schlacht, Mollwitz, hätte ein Kunststück aus Disziplin und Strategie sein sollen. Stattdessen schickte man mich vom Schlachtfeld. Und Generalfeldmarschall Schwerin, meines Vaters vertrauenswürdigster General, gewann an jenem Tag ohne mich. Mollwitz war meine Schule. Die Kavallerie wurde inzwischen reformiert. Die Infanterie, die ohne mich kämpfte, verwandelte ich in eine Streitmacht, welche niemals ins Wanken gerät. Und diesmal stehe ich mit meinen Männern bis zum Ende.
Eure Majestät, ein Verband österreichischer Grenzer, 2, vielleicht 3 Bataillone, wurden bei der Überquerung der Neiße gesichtet. Scheinbar sind sie sich unserer Präsenz unbewusst.
Dann werden sie nicht mit einem Gefecht rechnen. Wir greifen an.
Okay, so this first mission is obviously incredibly small. We've just got 3 infantry units, 1 Gren and 2 musketeers. And we've got 1 cavalry unit, the Hussars. So we're gonna put the cavalry in a control group, or I should call it a shift group now, and do the same with the infantry. Take off the bayonets to improve the accuracy. So they've got light infantry, which you can kill easily with a charge, but really difficult to kill them with musket fire. They've got their own cav and 2 infantry. One of them is grenadiers. So what we're going to do, if we can, we're going to charge our cav at their sharpshooters to deal with them. Their cav is almost definitely going to counter-charge and kill our cav. We're going to fire at their cav and kill them off. So it's going to be like a game of chess, basically. So we're going to trade our cav for their sharpshooters, and then we're going to kill off their cav as well at the same time. So we should be able to get 2 pieces of the chess for 1 of ours. So that's the plan anyway. The river slows you down incredibly, so we don't want to be trying to charge our cav over the river, so I might wait. I might sit back and wait for them to cross over the river before I charge at them. So I think I'm going to sit across here. So I'm just going to sit across here just so I don't have to charge across the river, basically. If there was no river, I wouldn't bother doing this. I'd just charge straight at them. So fingers crossed they cross the river, because it's going to be a bit annoying. Ah, there we go. Ah, looks like Thomas has worked his magic with the coding. And now the light infantry run away from the cavalry. It's a fantastic addition to the battle AI. So that'll make dealing with them a little bit more challenging. So it's still going to be an easy battle. We're just going to team up on this Gren, it looks like. Let's just bring him over here. And we can just bring the cavalry around. And if the sharpshooters still run away from me, then I can just charge at the Grens. Force them off. Yeah, the Grens are getting wrecked by the musket fire. Basically, Grens are worse than musketeers at range. So, if you've got Grens in your army, try not to use them at ranged against muskets. Unless you are in heavy cover. Come on, get across this goddamn river. Yeah, unless you're either in heavy cover or you're firing at a weak target. Really, you want to use Grens if you can. Charging or absorbing cavalry charges. Obviously you can't pick who the AI charges at with their cavalry, so... But it looks like they are going to charge at the Grens, which is perfect for us. So let's just stick our bayonets on, make sure we're standing still so we get the bracing bonus. I'm going to charge into these sharpshooters. I'm going to absolutely annihilate these on the charge. Don't think I'll be able to shoot in because I can't flank them from this angle, but they'll be fine dealing with that. Looks like these are fully routed, and we're going to rout these sharpshooters. Sharpshooters actually did a surprising amount of damage to the cavalry there. Okay, that was chapter 1.
Der Winter in Schlesien gab uns Zuversicht. Unser Scharmützel gegen die Grenzer war eine sorgfältige und präzise Angelegenheit. Nun jedoch erreicht uns eine große österreichische Streitmacht bei Chotositz in Böhmen. Und ich sitze einen guten Tagesmarsch von meinen Männern entfernt. Wir müssen die Nacht durchmarschieren, um die Armee zu retten. Dies wird meine wahre Herausforderung. Meine Chance, die Schande von Mollwitz reinzuwaschen.
Friedrich, die linke Flanke ist am Zusammenbrechen. Meine Kavallerie kann nicht länger standhalten. Solltet ihr zögern, so drohen wir die Schlacht zu verlieren.
Mollwitz war mit der Armee meines Vaters. In Chotositz wird es meine sein. Eilschritt! Wir müssen zuschlagen, bevor die Österreicher unsere Linie durchbrechen.
Okay, what have we got in chapter 2? So we've got a £6 gun and another £6 gun. Got some grenadiers, musketeers. So 2 lots of grenadiers, 5 lots of musketeers. So I want to make sure the Grens are on the end, so we need to move him. And then we've got 3 cav, 2 are melee, 1 is ranged, but we'll just use the ranged one in melee anyway. They fire off their carbines on the move now, which is fantastic. Okay. Get everybody in control groups. Right, sorted. Okay, so let's have a look at the battle map. Well, let's see what the enemy have got first. So we've got an officer on this side. We could do with taking him out. Basically, take the enemy officers out and it lowers their morale significantly, so I always try to focus on the units that have officers first. They've got some sharpshooters with an officer. What have they got on this £6 gun? They've got 3 cav, same as us. It's basically like a perfect matchup. I think we've got 1 more artillery and they've got the light infantry. So yeah, very, very close matchup. So it'd be ideal if we could gang up on one end of their line. But I don't know if they're going to come charging at us or if they're going to sit back. Because I've got the artillery advantage, so they're probably going to come charging at me. I think what I'm going to try and do is get into this cover here. So that would be better than the cover they're going to have here shooting into us. That's if they do charge at us. So there's some marsh here. I'm going to try avoid running over that. Take the bayonets off. And then we've got cavalry, which I'm going to have over here. Get them ready to flank. And then the artillery are just going to sit behind the infantry. Okay, sorted. Let's go. So we want to come across here basically. There's quite a lot of cover there. Then these guys coming up here. Artillery coming across here. If you hold down tab, you can see where all your units are going to go. And then just put the officer or the general here. See how we get on there. I would have thought they're going to charge at me. I'd love to knock out their sharpshooters if I could, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm probably going to end up losing the cav battle if I try and do cav versus cav, but they're actually going the opposite way to my cav. That's completely new battle AI, that is, because they nearly always used to head to the same direction that your cav heads. So that's interesting to see completely different battle AI. So make sure you don't shoot your artillery at sharpshooters at light infantry, because they do basically no damage. We're going to try and counter fire, counter battery. Unfortunately, well, say unfortunately, you don't do much damage in counter battery, or the percentage chance of doing damage is quite low. So sometimes you can knock them out in 1 volley. Sometimes it can take 10 volleys. So it's a bit of a potluck trying to go for counter battery. But we're going to try it anyway because their men aren't moving towards us. The other thing that I would recommend, if you weren't going to go for counter battery, is just firing at either the units that have got the officers in or their highest ranked unit. So Fusiliers and, well, they haven't actually got any recruits. But if they had grenadiers like they have here, you might want to shoot at them. Or if they've got Fusiliers and loads of recruits, make sure you're shooting at the Fusiliers and not the recruits, that type of thing. Yeah, let's just fast forward. Seeing as they're not doing anything and we've got the artillery advantage, we may as well take advantage of it. So yeah, like I say, it does take a long time for counter battery, but half of the reason it's taking a long time is because you get a huge morale bonus next to leaders, and they've got a leader in the unit itself and a leader behind it. So normally these would have routed ages ago if they didn't have a leader near them. So that's the reason it's taking such a long time. It's got nothing to do with the accuracy or anything like that. Just simply down to the morale bonus. But we've knocked him out now anyway, so make sure they don't target the sharpshooters because they do no damage. Let's try and take out this officer. I'm surprised they still aren't coming towards us, because obviously they've got no artillery now. We've got 2. There is absolutely no reason for them to be sitting back anymore. So yeah, that does surprise me. Because normally, if it's been coded, so if they've got, or if you've got the artillery advantage, they'll come towards you. And if they've got the artillery advantage, they'll sit back. But it looks like there's something else going on in the coding which is keeping them from charging. But basically what we're doing is we're waiting for them to engage with us. When they come over here, we're going to charge into his flank, and then we're going to start trying to roll them up, basically. It looks like they're probably going to do something similar, but they're not quite as bright as us. And they all just charge us head on with one unit at one unit. We did code it so they used to flank all the way around, but it was difficult to get it right, and they started just flanking all the way around and then all the way around. As long as you kept turning your units to face them, they just kept flanking all the way around and never engaged. So they've reverted back to the charging head-on coding for the time being, probably just while they refined the coding for the cavalry. Well, yeah, I know this is boring, but there's no point in me engaging. I've got the high ground. Yeah, so let's just sit here. We've almost run out of ammo, but we've shattered him. So basically, now that we've practically run out of ammo, we may as well start thinking about engaging them. But I don't really want to leave my position. I might try and just goad them into me somehow. Oh, looks like I didn't need to. As soon as I run out of ammo. Ah, maybe they've been coded so not to get too close to your artillery, because the artillery does more damage the closer you get to them. So they sit back and take less losses from a distance, rather than more losses from the artillery if they get close. That's smart, that is. I mean, I don't know if it's the best decision, but I do actually do that myself, so yeah, that's actually a really smart coding that they've put in there. I was thinking that there was a bug going on, but they started moving as soon as this guy ran out of ammo, so it's definitely not a bug, it's something that they've told it to do on purpose. Unfortunately, this guy's coming at me. So let's send him that way. Let's send him this way. And then we'll try and come at him from multiple angles. So the cavalry's coming in, charging in here, so let's stick the bayonets on. Looks like this cavalry's come charging in there, so let's stick his bayonets on. He's going to come charging in here. Let's stick their bayonets on. So if you stand still when the cavalry charge you, you get a bracing bonus. I'll just show you if I hold Alt. So you see where it says bracing at the bottom. If you stand still, your unit basically acts like a pikeman. So they just charge onto your pikes basically, and you do a huge amount of damage. If you counter charge them, then you lose all your bracing bonus, and yeah, basically the bracing bonus is what you defeat the cavalry with. That is like the primary source of damage to cavalry, is standing still and bracing against the charge. So look how much damage you do just from the initial land, basically. So yep, that's just a little bit of information that you might not have already known. It might be helpful. Okay, it looks like he's heading towards him, so let's keep him going this way. Let's keep him going there. We've got him. I mean, make sure you take your bayonets back off after the melee's finished. Okay, he is still targeting up here, so let's see how close we can get before we charge in. He's now actually targeting here, so now let's tell him to move in. And then as soon as one of them gets within shooting range, we're just going to charge in. Looks like he's now targeting here, so let's just charge in with everybody. So he is going to get some bracing bonus, but it's not going to be 100%, or at least it's it's actually building up quite a lot. So we're actually considering changing the speed that the bracing bonus increases, just so you can't turn on the spot and get a stupid amount of bracing dead quick. It'll make using cavalry a lot more fun if we change that. We're getting punished a little bit here with the grenadiers, so, but we are knocking these out quite comfortably. Let's just get him moved up there. Does he need a little bit of damage? No, he is gonna retreat. Make sure you don't run everywhere with your cavalry or you lose all the stamina. Yeah, we're just wrecking them. So yeah, the grenadiers taking quite significant losses, but we're just going to pull him back. Could charge in with the hussars just to speed it up. Okay, let's stick some pikes on. Let's get the cav coming over, get them prepared to counter-charge. We can counter-charge with these gruns as well. There we go, splatted. Nice and easy. Okay, on to the third.
Bei Mollwitz rannte ich. Protositz marschierte ich durch die Nacht und triumphierte. Schlesien soll mein sein. Errungen, nicht ererbt.
Ein glorreicher Sieg, Eure Majestät. Die Österreicher werden keine andere Wahl haben, als sich an den Verhandlungstisch zu setzen.
Frieden ist nur gekaufte Zeit. Die Kaiserin wird den Verlust von Schlesien nicht so leicht vergessen. Und ich bin noch nicht fertig. Die Österreicher sind zurückgekehrt. Sie wägen uns kampflos und schwach, aber wir verfolgen jeden ihrer Schritte.
Wie ihr befohlen hattet, Eure Majestät, bedrängen von Zietens Husaren ihre Reihen und halten uns auf dem Laufenden. Unsere Agenten haben ihr Lager infiltriert und füttern den Feind mit gezielten Fehlinformationen.
Es ist Zeit. Der Feind muss glauben, dass wir noch immer hier warten. Wir marschieren heute Nacht. Kein Gerede, kein Rauchen, nicht einmal einen Mucks. Wenn die Sonne sich hebt, werden wir in der Schlachtreihe stehen, während die Österreicher noch ihren Kaffee trinken.
Right then, what have we got here? We've got 3 artillery. Looks like they are all... No, it's 2 6-pounders and 1 3-pounder. Okay. And then we've got 2 Grens, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 Grens, 4, 5, 6, 7 musketeers. 3 Grens and 7 musketeers. And then we've got 4 cav, 3 melee cav, and 1 dragoon. Okay. So we're going to want this Gren on the end here. So the main reason you put Grens on the end is because that's where the cavalry quite often charge, but to be fair, because we keep changing the AI, the cavalry aren't really charging on the ends anymore. So you don't necessarily need to put the Grens on the end like you used to, but that'll probably get changed again in the near future. Somehow I managed to miss him off. That's annoying. Let's add him on. Okay, that's everybody apart from the general added. Oh, the general's accidentally added to number 2, so let's put him on number 4. Okay, everyone added. Let's take all of the bayonets off, and then let's have a quick look, see what the enemy has got in store for us. Fusilier, Fusilier, Fusilier. We've got some cav with guns. Grenadier. We've got a couple of light infantry. Got a couple. Oh, we've got another ranged horse. So they've got 2 melee cav, 2 ranged cav, 2 light infantry, and then a variety of... They've got a couple of veteran fusiliers. Ouch. And another Gren. So yeah, they've got a fairly decent infantry army. Let's have a look at these. Okay, they've got a little bit of a cannon advantage. Very similar cavalry, although they've got a lot higher vet than we have. A lot higher. Right, so they've got better cav, better artillery, they've got 2 light infantry and we haven't. And they've got quite a lot of line infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 line infantry. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 1 extra line infantry, but we're weaker than them in all of the... Oh, look at how much veterancy their line infantry's got compared to ours. Okay, so they're better than us in every shape and form, basically. So we're going to have to be better tactically. So let's have a look to see where we're going to try and fight. We could either try and fight in this area with the city covered. We can try and fight in this area across here with the fences and the forest, and then a little bit of the fences here. That looks like a really nice line actually all the way across here, so I reckon that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I reckon that's what we're going to do. That looks like a really nice place to set up. So it's going to be from here to here basically. Here to here. Or to here really, but we can change that at the start. So the cav, I think I'm going to get the cav on the right hand side and see if I can start to break them on the right hand side. And then with the artillery we're just going to push them up to here. Okay, let's go. So never put artillery in forests or city because they get a accuracy debuff. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is get them over to here. And then maybe with these three come up into the city a little bit, I don't know. Or I could get them coming down, I don't know. I could put them like that, that would provide a lot of cover. They're obviously a little bit far away from this line here, so this particular unit would be probably quite vulnerable there. But hopefully we can get the cav doing some work over here. We might even send these three off on a bit of a jolly. See if we can put some pressure on them. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. We're going to need to move commander up to here. I haven't told the cav to move. Let's get the cav moved up here. Alright, let's see how far forward they come. Okay, let's get these cannons unlimbered. Don't want to be aiming at light infantry. So we are going to take a bit of punishment from their artillery because they've got better artillery than we have. There's not much we can do about that. It looks like we might be able to gang up on these here. So let's try and get these forward. And then I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to roll them up a little bit on this side. We've got a huge 3 versus 1 on the infantry plus 4 cav. So I reckon we can get some damage done there. Looks like we've routed an artillery by accident. We weren't aiming at him, but the cannonballs skip off the ground and hit. Because like they hit here, and then they skip all the way back here, and hit things in the line of fire all along. So looks like we accidentally routed an artillery unit, which is Absolutely lovely. Okay, he's now moving away and he's coming over. We've got these cav coming. I actually want to do a cav battle with them because it's a 4 versus 1. Oh, he looks like he's umming and ahhing. He knows that 4 versus 1 is not good odds for him. Yeah, it'd be nice if I could... Yeah, I can actually get in range here if I just push forward ever so slightly. He's coming in anyway, so... Right, that's nice, that is. We can get in here and kill this guy. And then we're going to 3-on-1 him, then we can just basically start rolling him up. Got to make sure things are going alright over here, but these are only sharpshooters, so they're not going to charge me. Okay, we've dealt with that. This is a bit unfortunate. It would have been nicer if we didn't have to deal with him to take out this. So we're just going to take him out with the musket fire and then go along and take him out with musket fire. He still needs a little bit of a tap to finish him off, so we are going to have to chase him down with the cavalry. Everything looks fine. Wonder who the artillery are firing at, just random people. Okay, looks like we've got a cavalry coming in. He's coming in here, so let's just stick on the bayonets. That's going to slaughter him. So what I want is to charge at him, but I want him to charge at him. And then I want these to shoot at him. He needs to turn around. Everything looks fine. No problems going on over there. We're finishing these off. These just need to go back and regroup some stamina. Okay, lovely. These pair need to come over here. He's not quite in range here, so let's just push him forward. He's not in range anymore, let's push him forward. These are all doing perfectly fine. Looks like he might get charged here, so stick some bayonets on him. Looks like we're getting charged here. Stick some bayonets on there. Ideally we'd want to counter charge with the cav, but we're a little bit too far away. We could counter charge with these, but I don't think it's entirely necessary. I don't think they're going to last too long, although they are. Nah, I think they'll be fine. Okay, let's get these, keep moving. And do we need to... Go on, I'll just do a little bit of damage here. Just to finish him off. Okay, that's them sorted. Got somebody else charging in here. He's coming in over here, so let's put bayonets on there. Who were the ones that got charged here? I can't remember. Him and... Oh, it was one of these, wasn't it? So let's take their bayonets off. We need to turn about face and see if we can put some damage into him. Yeah, let's just keep going up this way. Got their cav charging in at me here, that's perfectly fine. Not quite sure what this guy's doing. Unfortunately their artillery is wrecking my cav a little bit, but it's them sorted. Yeah, we've basically mopped them all up. And that is Act 3. I'm sorry guys, I've had the mic on mute and I have no idea how long I've had the mic on mute for. It might have been since the very start. So I do apologise about that. Okay. Right, are you... Control group 3. Right, so we're going to get everybody coming up in this direction. See if we can come in from over here. Control Group 1, Control Group 2, Control Group 3, and the officer, or the general, or whatever you want to call him. I think that's everybody. Wonder where they're... Okay. So they can reach to here. So they are going to do some damage to us. You take more damage when you're in like a column formation, so... Their artillery might hurt. Yep, that hurt. 137 men down already off a single volley. Nasty. They've actually come into the cover that I was going to use. Oh god. Bloody hell. Maybe we're going to have to come all the way up here. See if we can approach them from this angle. Cross the T a little bit. Some Age of Sail referencing. Yeah. I think we've done too good a job improving the AI. I think that's what the major problem is. And it doesn't help that they've got these fantastic artillery either. That's certainly not helping. So I think a little bit of rebalancing needs doing on this act. But I'm pretty sure that'll get sorted by the end of the week. Let's sprint a bit with the general. Oh, 327 kills already. What on earth is that? 295 with him. Yeah, so gross. Well, at least we'll be able to get a little bit of cover coming in from here. So, let's get these. Line them up like that. See if we can get these up on this hill. Hopefully they don't charge me, because obviously the artillery's lagging way behind now. I could just stay where I am and do some counter battery and hope they don't come towards my artillery. It's a huge risk, but I've got a feeling I'm going to need to take a risk. Let's get their cavalry over here. Right, they have got their cav down here. Oh, look at this. That cav looks like it's on the move. I don't think I'd be able to kill the cav before they reached me. If they did keep coming towards me, I don't think I'd be able to be successful. Okay, let's speed up the time a little bit. Wait till everybody gets into position. Looks like I've forgot the general. Thank you over here. Yeah, look at that. We've lost half of this musketeer unit already. He hasn't even got into combat. How much ammo have you? Right, well, they've used more than half of their ammo, so at least that's a positive. You gotta look for every small positive you can. I think this might have been a terrible idea, leaving my artillery out to dry like this. Oh, he's fleeing already. We're a unit down already. Right, well, we're all in position, so see if we can get an engagement going. If we keep getting them to rotate like this, they're gonna rotate into our artillery. Oh dear, they're just sitting there rotating on the spot. Bastards. Well, we've done some damage to their cavalry while we've been trying to hit this artillery. So that's good. Their artillery is actually still focusing our fleeing unit, which is great. Wasting ammo on a unit that isn't going to recover. So it might be worth just not advancing any further. Let's just tell them to halt a minute, just while their artillery is doing stupid stuff. Oh, just as I say that, they changed target to me. That's bloody marvellous, isn't it? That looks like I've come too close and triggered them. Ah, that's a shame. If I'd have just hung back that little bit longer, could have got them to waste some more ammo. Right, they've got 33%. So we're not going to absorb too many more shots, which is good. But this does not feel great, not going to lie. Right, how are we doing? We've almost knocked this artillery out. A couple more shots maybe. Yeah, sustaining heavy casualties here again. Come on, how can you just not hit this artillery? What's wrong with it? We've still got 50% ammo. Oh, it's just so painful. Ouch. 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 Oh god. Right. Yeah. Oh, he still hasn't quite managed to finish him off. They're still rotating. Right, they're actually moving now. So because they've run out of ammo on some of the artillery, they've now decided to advance. They don't seem to be attacking our artillery though, which is good. Could get some shots off. Really want to take this artillery out though, it's just still hanging on. Okay, let's get ready to charge these in once they've made contact. Shame we're not in cover here, but there's no cover to be had. Right, he's finally dealt with them. Oh no, he's coming at me now. Damn it. I was hoping they'd just ignore me. Oh, we've actually got these dragoons as well. Oh well. I don't think there's much we can do for them. So, let's just see what we can do up here. Unfortunately, I didn't charge in quite early enough there. So we're going to take quite a big bracing penalty. But we are going to finish him off and him off. So that's 2 units down. No point in finishing the artillery off. I mean, it does do army morale damage, so maybe there is a point in finishing them off. But our artillery's about to go down now, but they've done the job, so... Oh, this is a problem. Yeah. It's a shame. Lost an officer here. Can't see who they're gonna charge into first. Right, we can take out their Grenzers now. That'd be nice. Okay, that's them crushed in a matter of seconds. That's the ideal situation, basically, is being able to take out all of their light infantry super quick with your cav, but it doesn't usually work out like that because they're so good at protecting them with the new battle AI. But we have still got a chance, even though it's not a great chance. But let's finish these off just to damage their army morale. Don't want you running. I think I've actually got my bayonets equipped when I shouldn't. Who's he charging into? He looks like he's coming over here, but I think he'll make contact with him first. So that's fine. I need you to keep going. I need you to over here. Ah, the Grens. Don't want to face the Grens. Got Grens coming to flank us as well, unfortunately. Doesn't look like we're going to quite finish him off, unfortunately. So we're going to have to turn around and fire at him. Which means exposing my back. In fact, I can charge at him with the general. There we go. I'll sort him out. Let's kill this artillery unit. I'll sort that out. We've still got quite a few. They've got good cover as well, and I'm in crap cover now. Ah, shit. Have you managed to... Yeah. Let's get him back down here then. Alright, we're getting shot in the flank, unfortunately. Yeah, this is not ideal. We're standing outside of cover and we're outnumbered. We need to somehow finish these Grens off, but charging into Grens is never a good idea. We've almost finished him off. Nice. Okay, if we can finish him off, we have got hope. God damn it. Right. Let's go and charge at him. We've unfortunately made a mistake here. A button press mistake. See if we can fix that. Hopefully we win that. Yes, we did. Nice. Then we can carry on charging in here. Then let's bring these over here. We can hopefully triple team this guy. Has he done enough damage? Yeah, he's done enough damage, so let's bring him back down here. Unfortunately, I missed... Oh no, he's not charging in, he's fleeing. Right, he is unfortunately fleeing. That's a shame. Oh, he's about to flee as well. Oh damn, we lost one of them. Looks like we're going to lose the other as well. God damn it. Oh, it's such a shame. He's got a lot of men left as well, just no morale. In charged over here, that's not good. I mean, it's a close battle again. They're going to end up with 3 units versus our 1.5, basically. Well, 1 and a tiny bit in terms of morale. Unfortunately, I've let the general get a bit close here. He might end up routing. Come on, finish him off. Okay, that's him dealt with, but unfortunately, once again, we find ourselves not in cover, and they are in cover. I could try to retreat, but to retreat to cover, I'd have to come all the way back here. This isn't going to provide much. I don't know what he's doing. Is he coming in for a charge or something? Looks like they're trying to flank me. This actually is going to work in my favour. Yeah, that really worked in my favour. Just need to finish him off. Come on. Oh, he's not charging, that's why. Right, let's get him over here. He needs to... And again, I need to deal with him. He's charging. Oh, damn, didn't want to charge. Wanted to shoot into his flank. Come on, shoot. It's gonna take ages to form up, unfortunately. He's actually charging at my general. Come on, more shots please, more shots please. But we're going to take him out anyway, which is great. And I can... Yeah, he's already down. Well, there is hope. There is hope. We've been lucky that for whatever reason, these tried to flank me instead of just shooting at me from the covert. So although we've got improved AI, they're definitely not geniuses. Yeah, unfortunately, with this special ability, fire by rank, you don't see the reload bar half of the time, so it's really confusing as to what's going on half the time. Alright, let's get over here. See if we can get out of... No, that was a shame. I was trying to get out of their volley fire range, but... We're so close though. We are so close to doing this. We just need to win this battle, and we've got Cav. Unfortunately, our Cav is knackered. Let's bring the general over here. Oh crap. Let's bring him over here. Looks like he's heading towards the Cav actually. Right, I don't want these to rout. So I don't really want... Oh, there we go, he's coming towards me. Right, let's get you over here. It's going to be incredibly tense, this is. Basically, this engagement could go either way. Oh, he's going to get a volley off. Oh, come on. Get away, get away. Crap. Oh, I definitely don't want him to get a volley off on general. Okay. Right, let's get in here. I'm pretty sure we can do this. We've got equal morale, pretty much. We're going to fire into him now. We're going to be able to charge him and he's got no bracing. Nice, perfect timing, a volley at the same time as the charge happened. Lovely. And yeah, we lost the cavalry, but he's got hardly any morale left now. We're still doing pretty well for morale. So yeah, this looks like it's going to be a victory. We did it. We did it. Well, it took 2 attempts and we were lucky. The AI were dumb at the very end of that fight with just 3 divisions left, or regiments. So yeah, if they fought a little bit smarter at the end, we would have lost that.
Schlesien ist unser. Mein Reich ruht sicher. Mein Heer bewies sich immer und immer wieder auf dem Schlachtfeld.
Eure Majestät, die Österreicher werden den Verlust von Schlesien nicht so leicht ertragen können. Die Kaiserin wird nach neuen Verbündeten suchen.
Dann müssen wir uns vorbereiten. Dieser Krieg mag vorbei sein. Jedoch soll der nächste nicht um die Verteidigung von Schlesien gefochten werden, sondern um Preußen selbst.
And there we go. Rise of Frederick complete. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.